I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top flight. With all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. This is taken at his 4. And he's going to yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Here we go. 50 set. 15 on it. 15 on it. You watch your left because I'm about to take you to school. Check 13. Check 13. 22. Check. Mama. Check 22. Who's that? Mama. Who's?
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson, he'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let him know. Let him know.
Now Jackson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there. Gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
3rd and 14.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back. Begin.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken at about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears. Tight dog. Alert 3. Go. Check.
Now a carry for Sanders. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Check. Lucky. Hey, Echo. 5.
Young on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
first down. Dickerson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly what. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Ready. You're out. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now Jackson on first down, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and a big turnover there. Ball back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
They'll run on first down. Sanders, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Your trip is here, baby.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Ready. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Go out. Ready.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Ray Guy now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now first down. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. End zone, so the fake spike works, and they score. Randy Moss, 64. First onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is their 3rd drive right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
That one good for 33 and a first.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
But if you're on the plus side of 30.
As Sanders has it poked free. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Patrick Willis able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check 3, check 3. Shift.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's caught. Jones. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
I got you. Check 25. Check 25. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety. 8 points as they will take over in range for a field goal. It's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
They don't want it. Keep playing.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. We've hit. To begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now again, right side. It's Sanders. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons get a bit. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Following the touch to kick it away.
The Saints take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
He's crashing.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kevin Green picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
We're going to work.
The Falcons take over. 46
Ready? 58 to Mike. Hey, Sam on. tape. You got tape. You got tape right now. Shit. Ready.
On first down, Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work in the office, doesn't it?
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touch. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Got it.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So a big one coming now for the Hall of Famer, Jan Stenerud. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the... But they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready? 50
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
And now he'll tuck it and run.
Go, go.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Jackson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. It's Sanders. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Ready? Easy work. It's easy.
It's a gain of 2.
On 3rd down, Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's Ray Guy now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden or wins the game.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Flushed out right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 30 on second down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, so close, but incomplete. Could have been a big turnover in overtime if he'd held on. Instead, though, it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And that is going to wind up no good. Wide to the right, a rare miss for the veteran Vinatieri, and that thing here in OT. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now Gordon on 1st down. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
10. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On third down, it's Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Watch AC Gator. AC Gator. To the line. 9 years.
On first down, Dickerson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And on the tackle, Kevin Green, of course, a member of the 2016 Hall of Fame class, Charles.
Went in on August 6th of 2016. Kevin Green taking his rightful place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and what a speech he gave that night. I can still see him standing up there, and the line that resonated for me, I didn't play this game for any other reason than love and passion. And only a cynic would dispute that if they saw Kevin Green play.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
No. Check that. We're going to Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson.
Kill.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, it does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out. Check the hot read.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Double time. 4 down. 41. Alert.
Jackson. This complete to Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, he sets to... And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. As his guys are in for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted Was it an audible, or was it just a play? The right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the ready. 50, Mike, 50. Oh, you got deep? Rock it. 6-6. Pull it. Please grip.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, lock it. Get it.
On second down now, it's Sanders. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Mike 50. Hey, Sam off. Here we go. Switch. Ready?
On third down, Sanders. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I know you feel that.
An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
18 Gator.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Young. That one complete to Okoye. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Mike 50. Protein spill.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Whip. Hey, Charlie. Hey, Janet.
Young looks to throw on first down. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4.
On third down, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. Taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that. Result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
To get their drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Army. You go tight. 22, check, over. You got 22.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Check, 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 check.
On second down, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Kevin Green.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw, Young. This will be caught by Randy Moss. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. To throw again on second down. Young got a man. It's Randy Moss. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.